I will take over and pitch a company that probably most people know, Docusign. So just a quick run through on Docusign's latest earnings report, which was Q3. You can see revenue up 53%, pretty astounding revenue growth off of the back of e-signature. It's flagship e-signature service. And what's even more exciting is the billings, which is essentially the annual contract value that they haven't fulfilled yet, is growing faster than revenue. So that means more customers are signing up for longer, which is super exciting. Revenue visibility, look at this, 96% on a subscription base. So they have a very stable, predictable revenue stream, and 17 months contract average, dollar-weighted contract, which is means that companies are signing up for long-term contracts, which is also really cool. Customer growth, 46% total customers, but what I'm more excited about is this enterprise and commercial, which grew 64%. So over the 9 months, over the 3 quarters since the coronavirus started, the company has increased its enterprise and commercial customers 50%. Customers gone up 50%. So think about all the time that this company's been around, over a decade, and over the course of 9 months, it increased its enterprise and commercial customers by 50%. So remember that. That's really important. We'll cover that a little bit later. And not only do customers sign up and are signing up for longer contracts, they're signing up for more every year. This 122% means customers pay 22% more every year for the service. So they're expanding their usage of e-signature, they're embedding it in more processes across the business, and they're signing up for more services. They are also winning large customers and growing their largest customer base. Over 300K in ACV is annual contract value. You can see that that's up 45% on a year-over-year basis. So let me talk a little bit about the next thing that Docusign's getting into, which is why I'm excited about it for 2021. If you think about agreements and contracts, they're really across all phases of the business, whether it's facilities, procurement, legal, IT operations. More and more companies are focusing on their core business, and they're relying on service providers and other companies to do the non-core businesses. So that makes a company have a ton of agreements to manage all these service partners. So that's good for Docusign. So Docusign, originally the e-signature part of it is here, but the whole contract process is very long between hammering out the agreement, getting it signed, getting it updated in the records, changing payment terms, or maybe setting up metrics and measurements to manage these contracts over time, and renewing them, and looking for clauses and being consistent across the thing. So if you think about all of those functions that have all of those contracts, today, they're probably all over the organization on people's hard drives and in Word docs everywhere. But as e-signature is the gateway to this bigger document management agreement cloud business. So what they're talking about is managing this whole entire process. So let me flip through. So here's the total addressable market. So for e-signature, it's 25 billion. And really, you can see Docusign's got this $1 billion market share here in this huge, massive business. And, everybody's been focused on getting e-signature implemented in their organization as folks have gone to remote work environments. But this prepare, act, and manage, they barely even touched that, which is doubling their total addressable market. So that's as they've added, remember this 50% of all these new customers, as they get into this, they're going to realize the benefits of digitizing this entire process. So this e-signature is this half of the business, and you look at contract lifecycle management, insights analyzers, notaries. There's a number of other key products that haven't even that are really in the infancy of growth. So you look at CLM, contract lifecycle management. You can generate agreements, you can track them, you can have consistent agreements over time. There's a central searchable repository for this stuff. Insights, you can see this really cool search terms. You can search across contracts, and you can say, well, how many have the word hurricane in them? And so you can look at things across all your contracts and start to get a repository and get better contracts over time. And then Analyzer, this is an AI-driven thing that helps with legal reviews, does some scoring, and really that makes a lot of sense. I mean, there's a bunch of clauses that are kind of consistent across contracts, and having this be driven by an AI versus some legal person who's highly paid reading through this, which is probably not their favorite thing to do, is a huge potential. And then if you've ever had to get anything notarized, Docusign now has this video agreement notary process where you can do it digitally from your home.